Hey guys, welcome to week 5.
You've made it.
It's super exciting.
You've made it to week 5.
The best part about making it to week 5 is that last week, your subscription order ran. And so now you've got perks in your back office. Perks are like our favorite thing because it's free product. So I want to tell you a little bit about how to redeem them. You're going to log into your account. You're going to click on Virtual Office. And then you're just going to scroll down a little bit and it'll say Perks Portal. Click the Redeem Perks button, and then you'll be able to see all the cool products that you've already earned based on your order from last month and your new order. And then you can kind of decide, do I want to wait and like let my perks stock up? Like that was the first thing I did with my perks, is I wanted to try Joyum. So
Cool.
So I let mine kind of stock up so I could get some Joyum. But some of my people are like, cool, I'm gonna I'll have a little cheaper month. I can grab a product that I've been wanting to try, or maybe this time I'll cash in my ease on my perks. So it's just a nice way that Plexus gives back. It's a little loyalty rewards program. So
Yeah, totally. And I didn't tell Brittany this, but I have made a YouTube video on how to receive your perks and to
that's awesome.
use them. So if you are interested in that, and you want I'm a visual person, like you can tell me all the steps all day long, but show me it, right? So if that is you and you would prefer a video on it, let your friend who shared this with you know, and I will send it to you. Okay, so the great thing about the perks program, it's new this year. Mm-hmm. You know, Plexus finally got on board with this reward system. A lot of companies do that.
Yes.
And honestly, part of the reason why they have come out with this is because I know that we talk so much about consistency, but you guys, that's the only way this works, is if you're consistent. And that's why we always talk about it. Take your products every single day. Don't stop. Get your water in every single day. Take your products. So,
and it just takes that human element out of like, oh, I forgot to place my order, and then dang it, now I don't have my products or whatever.
Exactly.
So it's just good.
So in addition to the perks reward system though, there's a few things that you have to do in order to qualify for that. First and foremost, you need to have a subscription on, and that subscription needs to be 100 PV or more. So if you got started with, let's say the welcome pack that you chose was the triplex is just above 100 PV. So if that's all you ever order, you're always going to qualify for those perk points. If you want to change things up a little bit though, you have full access, full responsibility for your own account. Just make sure that before you get out of your subscription order that you look to see how many PV points you have, because you want to stay above the 100 PV in order to get those points and accrue so that you can get some free products.
And there's a nice little prompt that comes up that's like, are you sure you want to do that? Because it's going to take away your perks, and so that can kind of help catch you too.
Yes. So what I also want to talk about though are the 4 S's of self-care. The 4 S's of self-care is supplements. That's the first thing. That's what you're doing. I want you to consider this is a necessary step for me in my self-care. This is not some luxury. This is an important piece to the puzzle of feeling better and doing better. So supplements, it takes patience and consistency. You're going to hear us say that in all 10 videos. Mm-hmm. 3.5 years into this, I have been consistent. And because of that, I have seen lots of health improvements. So stay consistent, be patient, understand that this takes time, and stay in touch with your sponsor. The second S of self-care is sleep. Healing, when you sleep is when the majority of your healing takes place. So sleep is such an important part of self-care. You need to be getting 6 to 8 hours of sleep every night if possible. When I got started, sleep was my main issue. I was sleeping. I mean, I was in my bed for 6 to 8 hours, but I was not sleeping 6 to 8 hours. And so as your body starts healing, you're going to sleep better, and take advantage of all of that healing that happens when you're sleeping. Stress is the third of the 4 S's for self-care. Stress is never going to go away. Like, there are things in our lives that just are stressful. If you're a parent, it's stressful. If you have a job, oftentimes it can be stressful. 2020, it's been stressful. Like, stress is a natural part of life. So be aware of it and understand that there are ways that we can help to manage and cope with stress, such as taking a walk, meditation. I know Brittany is huge with meditation. That's a big stress reliever for her. Taking deep breaths, yoga. For me, sometimes my stress reliever is just going and laying down on my bed, unplugged, not with my phone, closing my door and just closing my eyes. I used to fall asleep like that if I did that. I don't now. I don't need, I'm not exhausted like I used to be. For me, that relieves a lot of stress if I can just take 10 minutes of breathing in my bedroom alone. I like that anyway.
I love that. And I love, I'm going to throw in a little yoga tip. So if you're going to go do like the 10-minute lay down or a 5-minute lay down like Melissa does, one great thing to do is to put a pillow like right behind your shoulder blades and kind of just open up the heart area a little more. Try that. That's like super rejuvenating for me. Really great stress management. And also something I learned from a trainer that worked with our Plexus team this year was a 10-minute walk right after dinner or right after your highest carb meal. It's like amazing for your blood sugar balance. It's been one of my favorite things that I got from that training, and that I feel like has been a great stress reliever for me. And if I kind of feel myself getting a little too angry or a little too like overdone, I'm like, it's time for my walk. And sometimes I take the kids and sometimes I don't.
The other big thing I was just going to add to this is turn the news off. Turn it off. I am hugely guilty with that. I follow the news, not the news necessarily, but I try to stay a little bit informed as to what's going on. But it's not usually very helpful. It increases my anxiety most of the time, but I still feel like I have to, or I want to be in the know of what's happening. But that does not help with stress and anxiety. So if you're feeling those things, turn it off. Take a walk. Turn some music on. I like to do this. Turn some music on. Dance. Lighten the mood. Lighten the energy.
I love that.
And then lastly, of the 4 S's of self-care is sugar. We love sugar. All of us. We all like a good treat, right?
Heck yeah.
Chocolate is my bane.
Crumble cookie?
It is, no good. It is no good for you. You all know that. We all know that. It is really not good for healing. It's one of the worst things for healing. So, are you eating a lot? If you are eating a lot of sugar, make little efforts to cut back. Plexus helps with it, actually. If you are still craving sugar by this time, 5 weeks in, please talk to your friend who shared this with you. There might need to be some tweaking that we can help you with, in particular with ProBio 5. So
that was a game changer for me.
Really,
upping my doses.
Upping your dose on that for a few days can really help kick some of those sugar cravings, and it will really speed up the process of healing if you can cut back on that sugar.
Well, and I love that it's like, we're not saying like never eat sugar again.
Right.
Like, I love that it's like, just even if you cut back on one thing that is regular for you sugar wise or super processed food wise, like that helps your healing.
Absolutely.
So we're not looking for perfection. We don't want to be in that all or nothing mindset because that doesn't get us anywhere.
Right.
Like, what little thing could you do?
Absolutely. And so just if you're wanting better results, check those 4 S's. Supplements, make sure you're being consistent. That is like everything. Be consistent every single day. Getting enough sleep, alleviating some of the stress in some of those ways that we talked about, and your sugar intake.
Yeah, I love the 4 S's because I feel like I'd never focused on being proactive about my stress levels. But honestly, like just building that into your day and being like, oh yeah, I meditate 10 minutes a day. I go for a 10-minute walk right after dinner. Not saying that I do all those things every day, but like just having a proactive plan is really helpful, and it's going to help your results become even better. So if you're like, dang, I'm not feeling as good as I want to yet, just check in with yourself a little bit. Get honest. How are you doing on these 4S's? What can you do to improve them? Because that is going to speed up your healing and get you the results that you want to do.
That's
That you want to get. So,
Okay, we'll see you next week.
okay, bye.